So Apex actually dropping new patches like we've never seen before, fixing and tweaking things in the game a lot more frequently than usual. And today we have some more gameplay changes, amazing updates on the free rewards that we can get, and also some not so amazing updates because voice actors for Apex are starting to quit. So let's get into all of that and more. First of all, Apex just pushed another patch to address some balancing changes, and honestly it feels nice seeing updates coming out of Apex a lot more often. And it does change a few things. First of all, the Mozambique has been buffed. The pellet damage has been increased from 16 to 17 and the spread has tightened. And it now means you can kill purple armor in just 4 shots. And because of the tightened spread, the dual Mozambiques actually pack a punch at a pretty long range. Speaking of dual wield weapons though, the P2020 was also buffed. Its damage was increased from 24 to 25 and the akimbo hipfire spread has been tightened. Now this actually makes the P2020 powerful. It has a very similar time to kill now as the R99. When you put them side by side, that's pretty crazy for the P2020 to be doing damage like that. The Hemlock was also buffed. Its burst fire delay has been reduced slightly, so it will shoot a bit faster. However, people are expressing that the Hemlock is still a preferred pick because it has the accelerator hop-up built in, meaning you can charge up your ultimate faster, and I'd have to agree with that. If the Hemlock had the accelerator, then I think it would be the go-to. Now they did nerf the EVA 8. They reduced its rate of fire for base and all bolt tiers, so now it shoots slower. I don't really know the exact differences from what it was before, but nerfing that I don't think is too much of a problem. Also, the RE45 has had its magazine size increased from 18 to 20 and the white mag from 20 to 21. And this isn't a crazy change in terms of kill thresholds. However, it does mean you've got a little more leeway and you can miss a couple more of your shots and still one clip red armor. But like I said, they've been dropping patches like crazy. Just a couple days before, they had another patch that altered the assault class a little. Now the scan when you crack an enemy only lasts for 2 seconds instead of 4 seconds, and the scan now gets cleared when Mirage goes invisible, so it's not just an instant hard counter to any Mirage player. Also, Ash's perks were slightly moved around. The double ult charge was now moved from tier 2 to tier 3, so now you have to choose between having an extra dash charge or an extra ult charge. They also nerfed the Rampage by 1 damage, taking it to 29 damage per shot, which still makes it extremely powerful, but it was definitely way too OP. But with Ash being the most picked legend in the season, they did actually go and nerf her as well. Now, you probably already know about this one. The dash charge was increased from 5 seconds to a 10-second cooldown, which honestly might have been needed. It was powerful, but it does feel quite sluggish when compared to before. But also, they did change for PC players the way that the jump works. So if you have scroll wheel bound to jump, it will no longer activate the double jump from just scrolling, because obviously a scroll has multiple inputs and it would just basically automatically activate the double jump every time you use scroll. But now this isn't the case. You kind of have to scroll twice, or obviously just press the space key to activate the double jump, which is a good thing because it stops the miss inputs. But if you're someone who only uses scroll wheel to jump, then it feels a lot more awkward to activate the Ash passive. And one thing I think they definitely need to do, which will be coming in a later patch from what the devs said during our early access, is a new keybind specifically for Ash's passive. We need to be able to just toggle it to a separate key, I think, and that would definitely help for players who would prefer that. But it's good to see that they're constantly tweaking this, trying to make sure it works as well as possible in the game. And if a specific patch isn't super preferred, hopefully they are listening to community feedback, which it honestly feels like they are. And I don't think the balancing changes will stop there. We'll probably have more tweaks throughout the season, but the mid-season update also comes on March 25th, and apparently according to Yorotsuki, there's going to be ballistic changes to balance him more, and I don't really know what these changes are going to be. Some people have suggested decreasing the duration of his ultimate, and let me know in the comments if you think ballistic needs changing, and I think they will be interested in the community's opinion on this. Anyway, let's talk about the community, because the challenges right now, oh my, we are absolutely smashing it out of the water. The creator challenges, if you didn't know, will allow us to earn up to 20 packs every 2 weeks, with a set of 4 challenges, giving a total of 80 potential packs to earn. And if you take a look, it's been less than 2 days now since this challenge was out, and we've already smashed the 20 million revives or respawns, which means we've already hit tier 1, so we're guaranteed 5 packs in the next week of challenges, We also get 2 levels on the battle pass. Now, when we reach 50 million, we reach the next tier, and 70 million, we reach tier 3, which means 20 free Apex packs if you complete the second week of challenges. And like I said, we've still got 5 days left. We're going to smash this because it's not even the weekend yet. Player counts hit a high during the weekend. Players can play longer on the weekends. So naturally, we're going to do this with ease. Now, let's hope that doesn't mean that they up the next set of challenges so that we can get 20 packs every single time, which means 83 packs. A lot of you guys are going to be getting heirlooms in this season, which is amazing to hear. And the good thing about heirlooms is the next legend heirloom is on the way. Finally, a new legend heirloom in like 5 or 6 seasons now. The Newcastle Heirloom will be dropping in the next milestone event, and that should be coming on March 25th. So if you wanted a new legend heirloom and you get heirloom shards, then that is one that you could purchase. And I believe it's coming with multiple recolors, which is interesting to say the least. I'm still not a big fan of the milestone events or the monetization in Apex as a whole, but the gameplay has been really fun. Another reason the monetization really annoys me is right now we actually have this new Heat Shade Loba skin. This is an OP bundle skin. Essentially, that means it has a special select animation where she steals a diamond. It's really, really cool. Now, usually this would be sold as a bundle with all of these items you can see on screen. However, they're now doing it in this weird chained offers. So basically, you have to buy every single one of these things to actually reach the Loba skin, which forces you to buy the entire bundle. And I'm pretty sure previously you would at least have the option to just buy the skin separately if you didn't want the bundle. And taking that away from players is pretty stupid, but they're just cosmetics. It doesn't really matter. What does matter, though, is that Apex Legends voice actors are now quitting over being forced to endorse AI. Actually, looking into it past the Extreme Dexerto headline, what's essentially happening is the French voice actors for the Legends in Apex. So these will be the voice actors that do the French dubbed version, essentially, of Apex. If you play in France, you will have the French voice lines for a lot of the Legends. And one of the voice actors who does the French voice for Wraith put out a statement on Instagram and essentially said that they were given a new contract before recording some new voice lines, and said that they're being asked to agree to give up all rights of their voices with no guarantee of limited use. They're being asked to endorse AI. And after voicing their opinion, a lot of the other French voice actors shared their concerns and expressed their support and hoped that an agreement will be reached between the recording studio, the broadcaster, and the publisher before recording begins. Now, this will likely not have an impact on a lot of you, of course, with a very small amount of my audience being in France, but it's not to say that this effect will trickle down to the voice actors for the Legends that we hear. There's a good chance that they share the exact same concerns, so I feel like EA will definitely have to put something in place to keep the voice actors happy. And we did talk about this a few months ago, and this situation is still unfolding. Anyway, that's about all we have time for in today's video. Let me know your thoughts on Apex this anniversary season. Have you been enjoying it? I think the gameplay changes honestly feel refreshing, and the constant updates definitely feel like a step in the right direction. And I also want to say thanks to Apex for sending me these delicious donuts. This was a very nice surprise in the post today. So yeah, if Apex keeps up these constant rollouts of new updates, I think people will be happy and keep smashing those community challenges, because these free packs are about to be ours.